Hello everyone, we are back and here to react to RWBY Vol.8 Ch.4. So the last chapter was really fun, actually. It was a really fun chapter with an invisibility cloak, some flash, science, and shark. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay. So the last episode was fun.
Lightning.
Yep, and Nora.
Too much lightning.
Yeah, too much even for Nora, which is crazy. But you know what? She saved the day, but she's now very injured. But meanwhile, back at what we didn't see, Oscar and Yang and that group. Do you think we'll see any of RWBY's side again in this episode?
Don't know. We might not see RWBY side, but we might see Crow. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. You think we'll see the villains?
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, this is 19 minutes long. Ooh, this is a long one. So you ready? Let's begin.
You should have seen the look on Joanna's face. I don't think she'd ever lost a fight before that. At least, not fair and square.
No.
Tough crowd tonight. Guess Ironwood should have paid for better cell block entertainment. And she smiles.
I wonder.
Did I win?
Hey, it's your game. I don't make the rules.
Do they even know about the Grim outside?
What happened? It wasn't your fault.
Probably
It
assume.
was, though. I made a deal with the darkness, and he paid the price. It was all happening so fast. But Clover wouldn't let up. Could have worked together against Tyrion, and Clover just...
Yeah.
But the thing that really stings, for the first time in a while, I thought, maybe I could be around somebody, anybody, without my semblance making it complicated. And now, it just feels like a childish dream. Gone, like everybody else.
Believe it or not, I know a little of what that's like. When people are worried you're going to sniff out their secrets, they tend to push you away.
They don't want to talk to
It makes
you.
a real connection difficult.
I never thought of it that way.
Oh, is he done? Or is he just putting
You
him?
don't get to keep that.
I didn't kill him.
You keep saying that, but it was your weapon covered in his blood. If you really want to know what happened, Mohawk, why not open the cell and take my hand? If I open the cell, it won't be to shake hands. Yeah, because you don't care about the truth. You just want someone to be mad at. Easier than taking an honest look at what side you're on.
Air, what are you doing?
Nothing. Well, that was almost exciting.
Speaking of excitement,
He's going to lose us in these mountains when we can't keep up.
we got gas?
Yep, probably. Or dust.
Same difference.
How much longer these bikes can stand the cold?
I'm really wishing one of us could fly right now.
Wait, hold on. Right, going to get you up there.
Is he gonna be a kite or? Oh,
Okay.
anti-gravity.
Uh-oh. This may have been
a bit of a. It's
Bring
pretty.
him down. Hold on, Red. I don't have much of a joy.
Ooh. Nice. Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh,
Ow.
God.
Oh! Both Red and Nora are having a real rough time.
I'm getting a real red versus blue freelancer vibe from this. They just call for other Grimm. Oh, yep. That's nice.
Did it just call for backup?
Lots of backup. This is
I think John's starting to get a hang of the bike.
this is
This is one of those like railroad missions in the game.
come on. Woo! Come on! There we go.
And teamwork.
Ramp. Nice. Come on!
Like, look at how far they've come since Volume 1.
Oh. Oh!
Ooh.
Whew.
Is he okay?
He's fine,
Yeah.
but they lost it. They lost Oscar. Oh.
Oh, you picked a fine time to...
Not another word. We're coming in.
Things are already bad enough after what you did to Father. Now you want us to harbor fugitives too? Our family has a reputation.
That's what you're worried about? Your reputation?
I'm just saying that we already lost all the house staff. And Mother locked herself in her room.
Maybe you haven't figured out what's going on, Whitley, but we're busy trying to save Atlas. Look, our friend is hurt. We just need a place to lay low while she rests, and then we'll be out of your way.
I don't feel like this is the safest place to lay low with
What do you expect me to
him.
do?
Go to your room.
I'm very upset with you. I am very, very cross.
Ruby, I hope everyone's doing alright. If you're worried about Yang, you could always try calling her. That's the thing. I did.
Oh, they're too far out of range.
If anybody can hear me,
They're
transport back to Mantle.
good lord, they're way too. They're gonna have to walk and.
We need to get out of this weather before the cold drops our ores completely. How much farther to the outpost?
Ren?
Ren, how much?
I don't know.
I'd almost say just leave the bike. It's not really gonna help you.
I thought you said you saw it when you were up in the air.
I did. Before I had to cut myself loose to help you guys.
Yeah, you brought that up a couple times now. Something you need to say?
Not really. Wouldn't want to waste any more time.
Ren. Okay.
Hey, what is your deal?
Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm sorry things aren't going smoothly enough for you.
Guys, they're not going smoothly at all.
I hate to
Isn't
break
this
it to
gonna
you,
draw
but
the
that's
grim?
part of being a huntsman.
Are you kidding? We don't know the first thing about being huntsmen. We clearly weren't ready. Guys, stop it.
Were we not ready when we saved Haven? When we took down a Leviathan? We got the lamp to Atlas.
And then we lost it. And after that, when we had to make real decisions, we got every single one wrong.
I'm not going to pretend like we did everything perfectly. But if we'd done nothing, things would be even worse than they are now.
How could they possibly be worse? We are stuck out here while Salem has the lamp and Oscar. We've got no plan, no army.
We've got the Maiden.
And by keeping her from opening the vault for Ironwood, we're just trapping the whole city for Salem. People are going to die. Because of us.
So what? We should just give Ironwood what he wants? Abandon Mantle? You think Atlas is still going to be able to float to safety now that she's here?
I don't know. But But these aren't the kinds of decisions we should be making because we have no idea what we're doing. Okay, both of you, cut it out. I'm just saying what nobody else wants to. We're in way over our heads. Ruby is barely more than a kid. I'm just an orphan from the middle of nowhere. Red, you cheated your way into bacon.
Wow.
You don't think we should be huntsmen? Fine. But I'm getting out of the cold. We've still got a job to do.
Seriously, is your goal just to push everyone away?
He is.
Oscar, don't panic.
Uh-oh.
We're going to be okay.
We, oh!
Found at last.
Hi, honey. I'm home.
So small, this new host of yours. It's a wonder my pound didn't break you.
What's up?
It's been how many years since we saw each other like this, face to face? And nothing to say.
I'm sorry the reunion isn't living up to your expectations.
Was that Oscar or Oz? I don't know.
You can pretend, boy, but you're not fully him. Not yet, at least. Well, perhaps you and I can have a better working relationship. Oscar, was it? The beacon relic. My forces have been unable to locate the relic beneath the school. If I know my Ozma, he has used some means of deception to hide its location differently than the others. I need to know where it is.
That's not something I know about.
Of course. We will keep that one guarded as long as possible.
But it will be in his memories one day.
How about something easier then? The password for the lamp.
The lamp is all out of questions.
For now. I got time.
I come out of you so easily. Like-minded souls, indeed. One of you is going to tell me what you know. I don't much care if it is you or Ozma. Either way, I'll finally have the relic.
I won't tell you anything. So, wait. That was for Haven Academy. Everything that follows will be for my sister.
Okay. Oh, this is not this
good.
Oscar's
Your
just.
Grace, what is that? An experiment? So far, I am pleased with the results. Did you meet something, Cinder? Yes. I want to search for the Winter Maiden. I think... Do you hear that, my pet? She thinks. She wants. As if she's done something that warrants me caring about either of those things. We're just sitting and waiting. Without the maiden power, the vote means nothing. Let me claim it for you. I will tell you when and where you are needed. But your grace... I'd like to think I have shown a great deal of patience over my many years walking remnant. But I do hate repeating myself. You will remain here. Is that clear? Yes. Yes, of course. Without you, I am nothing.
think Cinder feels like she's back in the same position she was before Salem.
I know what you said. I just want to check on something. You'll be back before anyone realizes. I want to see if anything is still going on at Abbey Coliseum. Salem doesn't know those children like I do. They wouldn't just abandon their misguided attempt to save the world. If she doesn't want to, I'll come. I've been working on my semblance. I can help. I won't tell anybody.
Okay.
How much did you overhear?
Ooh.
You're right, Ren. I did cheat my way into Beacon.
I mean, we knew that.
I'm glad I had people around me that would see that I was bigger than that mistake. You've got people around you too. You don't have to force yourself to be strong. The more you hide from what you're feeling, the more alone you're going to feel. Trust me.
Okay.
If anyone cares, I found a part to fix the bike. So, yay! Good news.
Day 1 is done. Now
For
we're
what
on
it's
to...
worth, I'm sorry he said that to you. I know you've had to work hard to get here, Jean.
We're all under a lot of stress right now. I used to push people away too.
Do you think she thinks less of me? For not helping out with Amity?
Ruby is your sister. She's always going to love you, even if you disagree with each other.
Yeah. Ruby.
Mm.
I need to get some sleep, but I can't stop thinking about Oscar.
Go on. I'll make sure Ren doesn't breathe himself to death out in the cold.
Thanks. I just have a bad feeling. Things always seem to get worse before they get better.
Don't you end.
Come on.
Don't you end. Oh, no.
Seriously, like almost 20 minutes already?
Yeah, that was... Oh. What's under the ice?
Another Leviathan. We're going to have like 3 by the end of this.
This is good. I really like this episode.
I do like how everything is being like quick and slow at the same time. Like it's all going downhill, but it's not like sudden. It's like this constant like worse and worse and worse. It's
I
like,
don't...
What is? It's gonna get better.
Oscar,
who's
like
gonna
Oscar
be-
is now at the mercy of just everyone. It's like... I honestly think Oscar and Osmond are going to fuse by the end of this volume. Like, either as a way to save each other or as a... because they can't hold each other apart anymore.
It'll certainly be interesting, whatever happens. Either that or Oscar's going to unlock his semblance, and it's going to be some sort of super useful get-out-of-jail-free card semblance. He learns to teleport. So Salem's just like, now what do I do?
So, okay, so we got the Schnees back at the manor. I'm really curious how, like, this is, like, we're gonna, like, this is nice, though. I'm glad we're gonna get to see more Whitley and Willow, what they're gonna be up to. We got more with Robin and Crow still in jail, like the jailbirds, but they are, we're getting a little more discussion and character insight, along with the Aesops and such. Like, there's just, again, this is, like, the divide is there, but not just the heroes, the villains are also starting to...
The entire place is to a degree divided.
Yeah, I mean, Yang's group is already kind of at each other's throats.
Like, there's divisions, then there's subdivisions, then there's subdivisions of the subdivisions, then the subdivisions have their own subdivisions which have subdivisions.
Yep.
And then Salem's like,
yeah, like in a weird way. Like I understand, like it's one of the parts of things are like Cinder, you shouldn't disobey your master, basically. But at the same time, I'm just like Cinder does have a point, and it's weird to me say this. Like I'm on Cinder's side here. It's just like she probably would do better out there instead of waiting, because she has a plan. She knows who she's up against, what she's facing, and how to deal with it. But now she's got two illusionary helpers, which I'm curious. I'm actually really curious how Neo and Emerald are gonna, interact.
Neo creates an illusion. Emerald just puts it in their mind, and Neo's like, "No, I did it." Emerald, "No, I did it. No, me. No, me."
Mine's real. My illusions are real.
Emerald whacks it. Hey, I just built that.
So Emerald said she's getting stronger with the semblance, which I'm guessing means she can trick more people at once now. Like, I mean, she always said like she gets a headache for two people, but now it's like, of course, she's training with it, so maybe now she can take on two people or maybe even three just as easily as one, which is scary. But again, Neo has, like, with Neo there is also an illusionary semblance that can cause distractions, create just as much issues. So Cinder basically has two very powerful help sidekicks with her to get the powers, and that's if she attempt. It'd be funny. Oh no, I don't know if it'd be if that could happen. It's probably not gonna happen, but it's like, what if they we talk about like last week where they just hack Penny, and Penny's an easier subject to control than Cinder.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's like, what if Cinder gets the powers before, during the hack of Watts? Like that's how they stop Penny. Cinder just takes the powers from her, and basically kills her that way. Like that'd be okay if that's how they were gonna kill Penny again. That I could see it working to both enhance the villain and, kind of, for the better or worse, stop Penny from a rampage. But we're definitely going to get Cinder's backstory at some point. We got some hints of it already. And this is already starting to feel like, and Cinder's already kind of, again, doesn't feel like she's, I hate feeling sympathetic for Cinder. Because it's one of the, she's the one villain I did not want to feel sympathy for. I want to see Cinder, her, be destroyed, just go down with her craziness.
It's kind of good to see her that she realizes just how pointless and worthless she is to Salem. To finally understand that Salem really just doesn't care. Okay. And then next we need to learn that Emerald needs to learn that Cinder just really doesn't care. Yeah. And then everyone will start learning that nobody cares. This is the volume of nobody cares.
This is really oh gosh, if Neo and Emerald just work together, they could totally, if Emerald's semblance can distract, Neo's semblance can actually hurt, because it does actually physically exist. Even if it's fragile, it exists. And gosh, I understand Rin's frustrations, I do, but at the same time, it's just he's slipping. Something about him is slipping. He's not stable anymore.
Well, I guess you could say he's in a hopeless situation against an enemy who, so far as they know, cannot be defeated and has all the time in the world to succeed, up against an army with a split unit of forces with no necessary hope of defeating it, and every decision that the team he trusted has made has gone completely the other way.
Yep.
So he's completely am I making the right choice? Am I in the right spot?
Yeah. But yeah, I get that, and I get that so much. It's again, I loved this conversation where they're fighting. They were just fighting. It's the first time we've actually seen them kind of have a talk. Especially what I love about this so much. I'm so happy for this. This is what I've wanted for so long. I wanted characters to interact that have not really ever interacted before. I want Rin and Yang, Jean and Yang, Blake and RWBY, Weiss and Blake. Like those characters have all interacted, but we've not had them interact as much as we've had Yang and Ruby, Ruby and Blake, or Yang and Blake, Ruby and Weiss, Jean and Nora and Rin. Like they've always been with their groups. It's nice to see them kind of mix the groups up. I've wanted that for so long to see how characters interact with other characters.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this volume is definitely giving me that. Really good.
Ren needs
Even though it's
hug, a slap, and a hot cup of coffee.
yeah.
That action scene was cool.
Oh yeah, that was a good action scene. That was a good chase. I love that. That was very
That was fun. It was funny. It was actiony, cool, and then it ended on a very worrisome note for a second there.
And Salem and Oscar finally meet, and it was
How
a
long
lot.
do you think Salem was sitting there against? It's like I have eternity. Leans up against the wall.
It's so weird seeing.
Been here for 20 minutes. He hasn't woken up. Just waiting.
It's so
here.
weird how they're like, just how she mentions like, when was the last time we saw each other face to face? Which actually is a question I actually would like to know an answer to. Was the last time they saw each other when she killed him way back then? Have they never seen each other again since then? Or do you think they've actually ever crossed paths trying to stop each other?
We might get that information. There might be something where it's like, well, the last time I crossed paths with her, I put salt in her coffee instead of sugar. She might still be upset about that. I was going through a rough time, Oscar. I'm going through a rough time.
Yeah, she's in a Palpatine like Oscar at that point. And okay, here's an interesting thing. I want to know what they're gonna do with Hazel. Cause his desires are very twisted. It's like he's just gone completely, he's seen red, he wants Ozpin and everybody. He wants to hurt Ozpin, but Oscar he doesn't care about. Oscar is in fact, I think he doesn't see Oscar and Ozpin as different in a way, so
he's like, they'll be the one and the same by the end.
Which, to be fair,
as long as I beat him up until that point, I don't feel bad when I kill him at the end.
Even Salem is basically, even like Ozpin and Salem have basically kind of both said Oscar is going to fuse. Like they're going to no longer be different people anymore.
I do kind of wonder if this will continue on where Oscar will be the first one to not fully fuse with Ozma.
Salem even called him Ozma, which means it's like that she still sees him as his old self.
And then we got that mystery into the ice now.
Yeah, and so Jean and Yang and Rin are trapped in a small cabin in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere.
That thing's gonna be the thing from the movie It.
And like Oscar's trapped.
The Thing. What am I thinking? I was thinking of Snow, and I thought the wrong title.
Again, I feel like this episode kind of just ended before something really big happened, and I'm like, oh man, I want to see what that is, or I want to like. It just kind of ended so abruptly. I have nothing to. I don't know what to feel, just except for the Part of me, I'm kind of curious why Rin. The one thing that I'm curious about is why Rin brought up Jean's cheating.
Because he's saying that they're out of their league. So he brought up the one thing about Jean that's most out of the league type thing is that Jean didn't earn his way into Beacon. He earned his place as a huntsman, obviously, but he didn't earn his way into Beacon like everyone else.
That's true.
So when it comes to we don't deserve to be huntsmen, that's the one line he's got against Jean. And then it's like, well,
I mean,
have you seen what John's done?
Yeah, but I will say this: like Rin keeps saying they don't deserve to be huntsmen; they shouldn't be huntsmen. I'm just thinking, it's like, I don't think Rin understands what a huntsman is. They are supposed to defend, like basically, as Osmond puts it, they're supposed to defend the people, and they're supposed to, fight monsters. Huntsmen are meant to, take out Grimm and do what they can. They aren't.
Rin, you're a huntsman. You fought monsters and you defended us from falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
You're a huntsman. I dubbed thee huntsman.
They're even, even like professional huntsmen, like as Glinda, as Crow, as Ironwood, as all of the adults, they are still as struggling
It's like,
as they are. Just because Rin doesn't feel grown up enough doesn't mean that, you know, he's gonna be successful as an older huntsman.
Rin, you think we're not huntsmen? Look at Ironwood. I think, as far as I know, Ironwood's a huntsman. Or wait, yeah, Ironwood became a huntsman because he's now
He's a headmaster.
Yeah,
or
he's
something.
headmaster
So
of the academy. So
even if he's not a huntsman, he's still a
Yeah.
capable fighter or
it's like,
soldier.
look at him. He's crazy. You're not yet.
You're getting there. You're out in the snow in the middle of the night in Atlas.
But hey, you're huntsman.
I'm curious to see what Rin's resolve will be by the end of this volume, at least, if he survives.
Yeah, I'm concerned that we're
And-
gonna lose everyone but Jean from Team Juniper.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, I feel like, and it would be upsetting. I feel like maybe both Rin and Nora could die in this volume. Maybe both of them do die, and the even worse part was they don't reunite.
yeah, that's something I really would prefer not to happen.
Yeah, but it's just like that would just be the ultimate tragedy.
Let's not talk about it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But if that does happen, Jean, I'm most worried about. Like he'd basically be the angel of death of his team. It's just, how would he feel? He'd just feel like he's failed his whole team because he's lost them all.
Yep.
Can you imagine? Like, I can't imagine what some leaders be like when they lose their whole team. Just be like,
Pure kisses Jean, pushes him into the thing. Rin kisses Jean, pushes him away. Nora kisses Jean, safe where it's Rin, pushes him away. Jean, I'm just gonna cover my mouth with murder. It's like, nope.
it was good animation, good action. I will say the one thing that really caught my eye was the kind of the field of view, or what was it, not field of view, forced perspective. The perspective, like where the background's blurry and the foreground is in focus. Like that one shot where Salem was walking and Cinder was behind her. How it changed from focusing on Cinder to focusing on Salem. I love when animation does that because it makes it feel like real. It makes it feel like a movie or something. Like Clone Wars season 7 recently did that, where the background is very blurry but the foreground is very sharp, and it looks so good. Makes the animation look so much more crisp when that happens.
It makes you think of your own eye, where what you're looking at is in view, but everything else is peripheral, is more blurred.
So I enjoyed that.
Distinct.
But yeah, apart from the fights and everything was good. The voice acting was really good. Everything. I really enjoyed this episode just for what it did with the characters. This one was a very good character episode. So yeah,
I have to wait another week for another episode.
Mm-hmm. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care, and we'll see you there in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.